How's your weekend going?
It's going good, actually. It's we're having a fine Easter.
Yeah.
Easter's. We're fixing to actually fixing to eat, fixing to grub down pretty hard.
Oh, nice. Yeah, same
Yeah.
here.
Yeah, you having a good weekend?
Yeah, it's going well. Yeah, just kind of chilling now and then going to meet some friends in Harvard Square because I'm in the Boston area. So,
Oh,
gonna,
you're up in the Boston area.
yeah.
Ooh, wow.
I got a buddy out in what is it? Chickasaw, Chicka something or another. It's out east.
Oh, okay.
Man,
Is it like,
we actually haven't made it up that far. We actually haven't made it up that far north yet. We're really hoping to. Really hoping things lift up so we can start traveling again. Because that's one of the areas we are really wanting to get to.
oh,
yeah.
nice. Well, if you love like seafood and I mean, you could pretty much find any cuisine in Boston, which is nice.
I mean, I like hush puppies.
Yeah.
Hush puppies? I'm sure you can find that somewhere around here.
I love seafood. Lobster is probably my easily top 3. Easily.
Well, I'm sure once you come to Boston, you're going to have plenty of it.
Good.
No, so I'm a crabs man myself.
Yeah.
Crabs, man? Nice. I'm hungry.
Yeah.
Starving myself.
Well, thanks for joining me, guys. I'm really digging your latest EP, Hungry High.
Thank you.
Speaking of hungry, Hungry High and
Yeah.
Saying Things. How do you
It all
guys
goes hand
come
in
up with
hand.
that title?
Well, it's the second line.
Yeah,
Well, it's the first line and second line.
right. In our opening track, Solid Gold, in the pre-choruses, it's jumbled in. And what I mean by jumbled is one pre-chorus says one thing, the other pre-chorus says the other thing. And if you put them together, it says Hungry High and Seeing Things.
Yeah.
Ah,
And that was kind of like, that just summed up our whole experience going into the studio and recording this EP, and just getting to be creative with it, but also still showing, or, just kind of showing your hunger for wanting to play music and create music. And it really did sum up, I think, perfectly summed up our experience.
Yeah. Because the first line is money blind and seeing things, and the other one is
Hungry High.
it's money blind and is that right?
Yeah,
Hungry high and feeling things.
I don't know what it is.
Because I would get it mixed up so bad in the beginning, trying to tell people what the EP name was.
Well, I'll have to go back and listen to it now that you mentioned it.
Yeah,
Mhm.
See if I can catch that part.
Let us know what the lyrics are, please.
Yeah.
I will. You guys have a favorite track off the EP? Is there one that really sticks out to you?
Yeah, I think all of us kind of, well, as far as listening to the songs and then playing the songs, there's probably a different one for all of us. But I think, I think the opening track is our favorite one to play. It's just fun. It's challenging. And it's got this really cool bridge that we like playing that is just always different live, but kind of the same. But I don't know. I love all of them, like genuinely. And I think all of us do. I think that's why we're so happy with this EP, is because we love the songs.
No,
It's like there's
sorry.
there's just a lot of people that come off with, they'll come off with EPs or albums or things like that. And that's great and all, but when you really start digging into that album, when you start digging into the bigger collection of songs that whoever has released, I think you'd be hard pressed to find each and every one is a standout, stellar, breakout song. You're going to have songs that are kind of fillers. And that wasn't something that we wanted to do with this kind of go around. We wanted quality over quantity. We didn't care if it was one song or whatever. Whatever it was on there, we really felt like were really good songs, are really good songs, and that's why they made the cut. I mean, we're always a quality over quantity kind of person, kind of people.
Yeah, absolutely. Like listening to it, I can tell you guys didn't half-ass any of the songs. You gave your 100% to all of them.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.
That means a
Yeah.
lot.
it's nice to I guess hear it because there was a lot of things that, you know, a lot of hours, a lot of time spent, you know, there was a lot of grinding going on. And
Yeah, for 4 songs, we really got
oh my gosh,
a lot of time into it.
yeah. And getting the chance to actually produce the songs. So seeing a song from start to finish, normally, you know, when you're recording your song, especially, you know, if you're a band that doesn't have the funds to just go in and completely like pay for your studio time, you know, I think a lot of times there's a kind of disconnect between getting to fully produce your song and I think it's just because of time crunches, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
I think when you go into the studio, you're like, okay, well, we've got to get this and this and this and this done. But when you have the mentality quality over quantity, it doesn't matter how long it's going to take us. We're going to do it until, you know, we are happy with it, comfortable with it, and
then COVID-19 happens and kind of helps us out with that.
Really did, honestly. That really probably was the best thing for us. You know, seriously, because what else was we gonna do?
We couldn't sit and have, you know, just be negative about it. We knew it was negative. It's, you know, negative worldwide. So we was like, what's the positive that we can find in this? And luckily, the man that we were working with, he is a gem, no pun intended. Matt McQueen at Gem City Studios. He was like, you know, let's put some work into it. So we spent like pretty much half of the pandemic just going in whatever weekend that we could, because it was in Tennessee and we're in Kentucky, so it was kind of a drive. So we spent all these weekends that we could just going in there and just hashing out all these parts and taking like 5 hours on one verse and just
one little section.
Yeah.
Everything really got the attention to detail that you want. You know what I'm saying? As a creator, you really want that attention to detail to really, you know, just to be there, because I think as artists we are naturally perfectionists.
Yeah.
You know?
And it wasn't even mainly in like adding these crazy parts or anything. It was mainly like tones and EQ and volume things. Like there's not a whole lot going on besides a couple of guitars, a bass guitar, and a drum set and some vocals, but just the attention to all the sonic nuances is really what we put a lot of time into.
Yeah, and listening to it, I can hear it in the production. It's, you know, I was really paying attention to like the drums and the bass, you know, everything stood out impeccably.
So you could hear everything, right?
Yeah.
That's
it
awesome.
really good. Yeah.
Because, you know, a lot of bands don't have control over that kind of stuff nowadays, and everybody wants every part to be heard. But, you know, like I said, the guy we worked with, he's awesome, and we like loud sounding albums. Like, you know, if you throw on Bridge Burning Foo Fighters, it's loud. Everything is loud in it, and it just kicks your ass, and that's the kind of music we love, and we wanted to kind of do that with this.
Yeah, it's definitely like an album you can turn up in the car on a road trip, you know, and just blast it.
Oh, that's what we're after.
Yeah, no, I really love authentic rock albums where you can hear the actual instruments. You know, it's not overproduced, it's not generic sounding, you know, like pop albums these days.
It's
We know where they
follow
just
the
use
trend.
those drum clicks or whatever they're called.
Oh my gosh, yes.
I'm blanking on the word, but it's like, it's not a real drum set, you know? It's just...
Yeah.
Oh, the drum samples?
Yeah. Thank you. That's what I was thinking of.
Yeah.
I knew what you meant.
That's
crazy.
At least you knew what I meant.
We went to a festival one year, and out of all the bands we seen play that weekend, there was a good portion that done exactly what you were talking about, ran, you know, samples or backing tracks, and honestly kind of gave you a new respect for bands who get up there and you know, don't hide behind a production and don't hide behind other tracks.
Yeah,
I mean, really, there's a lot of phenomenal bands out there.
Yeah,
we're fortunate to be from the area that we are in, because there's a lot of bands around this area, as far as states wise, I guess you could say, that are kicking ass and aren't doing that, and they're out here
Yeah.
showing people how it's done, and we get to be close to those bands and learn from them and look up to them. So it's really cool. We're the
it's
same
a
way.
really
We
exciting
like,
time.
yeah,
Because there's a lot of upcoming bands right now that are just putting out phenomenal records.
absolutely.
it's insane. It's
I-
Like
crazy.
I'm
Blacktop
obsessed with
Mojo,
Dirty
do you know
Honey.
them?
Yeah, we love
Dude,
Blacktop Mojo.
those guys are like, oh my god, we love
Good
them
friends
so
of
much.
ours,
They're
actually.
good buddies of
Oh,
ours.
nice. Yeah.
We met them on a
a little show.
yeah.
We picked up a show with them, or somehow we got hooked up with a show with them. About an hour and a half from here in Clarksville, Tennessee, and man, we kicked it off. Just you couldn't have kicked it off better with a group of people, and we just stayed in touch. And
Have you seen the Spider-Man meme where it's like 3 Spider-Mans and they're all standing there like
Oh, I
pointing at
think
each
I've
other?
seen that. Yeah.
That's how I felt meeting those guys. It
yeah,
was like
really. Oh God, you're
We're-
us. We're
yeah.
you. Oh.
they were that cool.
Yeah.
And we played a couple shows with them since then, and every time we see each other, it's like, nothing's
Yeah.
changed. Those guys are just super cool.
Yeah, that's what I've heard from other people too. I met them briefly in New Hampshire, not too far from Boston. And yeah, they were really nice. But yeah, talking to other bands who've met them, they all say the same thing, that they're, really cool
Sweethearts.
guys. Yeah.
Yeah, they're the best. I love them.
So yeah, it's really exciting. And speaking of, you were talking about Nashville. I saw that you guys are set to play a show in Nashville later this month.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
At the end of the month, April 30th, we're going to be in Nashville at a place called Bowie's. It's a really cool, really, really, really cool rock joint. I think what when you think of Nashville, you really think of the country, the Broadway type of honky tonks, which, don't get me wrong,
We'll go cut a rug.
you know what I'm saying? So and there's not like a whole lot of, there is rock catered venues, but man, a lot of them kind of got put out by the COVID,
Yeah.
really,
Mhm.
really. So there's this place called Bowie's that's fairly new, and they've really been kicking it, and it's such a great atmosphere, such a great vibe of a place. Phenomenal people.
They really are.
Yeah, and Nashville is Nashville's been really, really cool. As like I said, Nashville's kind of that country honky tonk town, but we've had some good luck in Nashville.
Yeah, we've been fortunate around that area because a lot of the shows we play, we try to play the venues that are kind of not so Broadway, because we're realists. We're not going to go to a place in Broadway and play the type of things that they're going to like at those kind of places. So we kind of play those things that are not off the beaten path, but are kind of just like on the way to off the beaten path. And they're these awesome venues, but they have like nationals come through and excuse me, and they draw good crowds. But it's sometimes hard to draw a crowd at a band of our level. But we've, for whatever reason, been kind of fortunate over the last year and a half there. And yeah, I'm excited for that show. I'm super excited. They were way too cool to us. Like the crowd, everybody there was awesome.
It's I think one of the few places in Nashville that people don't listen to the music, that people, when the music's playing, it's not background music. People actually go there to listen to the music, which there is other venues like that in Nashville. Like I said, the COVID kind of keeping everybody quiet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Mhm.
A lot of amazing rock venues
That are not able to come back right now. It's honestly sad. There's the legendary Exit Inn in Nashville
my favorite venue that ever played.
is fixing to, that's a severe thing that it's talking about shutting it down and making a hotel out of it. And that's sad because you talking about Johnny Cash played there, Willie Nelson, Snoop,
Chili Peppers,
the Peppers. Yeah, I mean,
everybody.
It's a very, very, very historic venue, and to see it, in my little experiences there, but to see something like that, even be talked about being put up for for sale or to go to do something else with. It's kind of
Yeah.
disappointing.
It makes you thankful for the shows that you have with places like Bowie's that are just hanging
Yeah.
on,
Yeah,
because
that's
they
why
have the
everyone
same
needs to come
mentality that
out.
we do. Yeah, I think so too.
Hmm.
Because we're going to try to make it worth your while. I promise.
Guaranteed.
And the bands we have playing with us that show, oh my God. Like, it might be the coolest lineup, I don't know, I've ever been a part of, because
Who's gonna
both
be,
bands are just really
performing?
good.
I'm sorry.
Oh, who else is on the bill?
We haven't even announced it yet,
Yeah,
but
we
Oh,
haven't.
okay. So
I
it's
mean, this is
secret.
Oh,
no, it's,
well, no,
no.
but this is a band that you need to check out as well. A band called Mojo Thunder. They are from Lexington, Kentucky, and they're good buddies of ours.
Yeah.
And that we're actually going to bring them down to the Nashville show with us and play with them. And I could see us, for sure playing a lot more shows, trying to hook up a lot more runs together.
Yeah.
And you mentioned Blacktop. I think we was actually talking about doing that with them as well.
Hmm.
That'd be awesome.
And then there's a band called Fort Like Vanna, I think is how you pronounce it. They're from
Oh, yeah.
Nashville.
Yeah.
They're going to be opening. They're a great band. They a group of good-looking guys. They look better than us with their shirts off. But
Wow.
I've never played with them. I just keep seeing all these pictures, and they have their shirts all unbuttoned and stuff. I'm like, I gotta get myself together.
I think they're trying to get the girls to come out to the show.
Well, that's why we brought them on.
That's very smart. Very smart.
Somebody's got to. That's right.
No, that's awesome. Man, yeah, I went to Nashville a couple years ago. I've been dying to go back. I'm really bummed that there was this really good barbecue place, and I found out they shut down recently. So I'm really sad
In
about
Nashville?
that. Yeah, it was in Nashville. It was like a very tiny barbecue joint that was right next to a small venue, small music
Was it called
venue.
Hattie B's?
It might have been that.
Right next to Daisy Dukes.
I think so. Yeah, I think that was
They
the
had
name.
some hot ass chicken there. The venue is on the left and the chicken place is on the right.
Right, yeah.
Wow.
That's
Oh, God.
dope.
That is crazy.
That's dope.
Yeah, it
And
was so
like
good.
you could sit me in the middle of Nashville and tell me to get home and I would get lost. But I know that place. Like we've played that venue back in the day. And that chicken is so hot if you get the mild.
Burn your ass up.
Yeah.
I didn't know that they were shutting down though.
Yeah, I think they shut down like last year or something.
Damn.
We haven't been down there since then. So
Yeah.
what?
No.
Why don't you make it down to Nashville April 30th?
I'll try. Yeah,
There
if I
you
can find a way to get down there.
Hey, if you make it down, hell with it. We'll stay in Nashville too, and we'll all get super wild.
Yeah, we'll have a great time.
Have a great
Yeah.
time.
We'll even call Blacktop Mojo down and we'll have them come hang out.
Sounds like a
Make us-
plan.
Yeah. They'd probably be like, man, we can't do that.
Definitely. We're not hanging out with you guys.
Yeah.
Seriously,
We'll figure something
please
out.
Yeah, it's not that long of a drive.
Yeah, probably
it's
just
a 3-hour flight. All right, I've never been on a plane before. I have no idea how.
Oh, really?
I don't know. I don't
Never
know anything
been?
about planes.
Are you afraid to fly or you just haven't?
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. 100%.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
I'm
really,
terrified.
yeah, I've been on a lot of international flights and I still get nervous. It's the turbulence that kind of scares me.
I don't know if you could ever get used to it.
It's
It's
just
the
flying across
30,000
the
feet and moving at 2,000 miles an hour. It bothers me. I don't like being that high up.
Mm-mm.
and then you're like squished in with all these other strangers.
Yeah, that I don't even probably like.
Yeah.
The homeboy over here's got bad breath.
Mhm.
He's been breathing on me for 2 hours. The whole plane trip.
So are you guys just gonna stick to the States then when you tour?
No, we're gonna. I'm not gonna tell you what we're gonna do, but no, we're gonna go
You have to
wherever.
sail across to Europe.
I've said that before. I'm
Yeah.
like, look, I will take a damn
Yeah,
boat.
Yep.
With Columbus
And I'm
style.
scared. I don't like water. I hate water. But I'd rather fall in the water at like 2 feet rather than 30,000 feet. You know what I'm saying?
Or you
See,
could do
I
like
don't know, man.
you
Water
know, like
creeps
those
me out.
rock and roll cruise things that
Yeah.
Shiprock.
Yeah, totally.
yeah, you can do Shiprock to Europe and make it like a 2-week thing.
Why isn't that a thing? Why don't they do like a
Really, that'd be sick though.
yeah, like land to land Shiprock tour?
Yeah.
You go from the coast, Shiprock to the other coast, play like 3 shows on each, and then take everybody's ass back home. That'd cost a lot of money though.
Yeah. You have to get
There's
like
a lot of big
Come
ideas
on.
that get shot out. Like that all the
Shit. You better grab a paddle, cuz.
time. Yeah.
it could be an idea. You just have to get the right people to finance it.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm with that.
I'm with
Not the
it.
guy who did Fire Festival.
No, I mean, see, here's the thing. I wouldn't mind hiring that guy as a marketing guru. Shit,
Yeah.
come on.
I'll let him sit behind the computer. That's about it.
This man sold how many tickets and they have nothing together?
Just from that
All he
orange
did-
photo, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like an orange square and it attracted so many people.
Gosh,
Yeah.
like that's honestly that's such a wild thing. But like, if you can take all the disgustingness and badness out of it, it's genius.
It really is.
Oh, it's
It's
crazy.
awesome.
It's crazy.
I hate that happened to people, but damn, what do you think was gonna happen?
That was
Common
that was a
sense
wild thing.
ain't so common anymore.
But yeah, all I know is I'm really excited for like rock music festivals to come back. And I think you guys
Us
would be
too.
great for the Exit 111 festival.
Oh my gosh, I
That'd
would
be sick.
so
That'd be
love
sick.
that. And thank you. We haven't really played a bigger festival like that yet.
Mhm.
I guess we've played some pretty cool ones, but not like the big ones.
Not
like
the big
that.
ones, right? Like, you gotta have like representation and some
The right
politics
contacts
that
and
go
stuff.
in with it. Yeah, and
And people see us and they're like, I can't deal with these guys. I'm not going back to these.
not babysitting them. No, it's just it takes a lot of politics up in that. You know what I'm saying? There's few people that book the biggest bands in the world, and they're after them and not anybody else first. You know what I'm saying? And why wouldn't they be?
Yeah.
So sometimes you don't quite get heard, but that doesn't mean we're gonna stop beating on the damn door though.
That's good. Should never stop.
Never stop.
Perseverance is the key.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, we
So-
think so too.
What's next for Kiss Kiss Bang? Just gonna ride the EP right now?
We got some devil eggs in there. I got some honey ham in the oven.
Nice.
Mashed potatoes.
Potatoes.
Nice.
That's coming up next.
That's coming up. What's next for us, Trevor?
We are actually we're gonna ride the EP out as far as publicly, I guess you could say. But as far as what we're doing, we're doing a lot of stuff right now. And luckily, because of this guy and his geniusness, we are doing a lot of stuff at home. But it's all just trying to stay a step ahead of whatever comes next, because if we learned anything from the last year, you don't know what's going to happen next. So we're just staying close to our roots and close to home as far as, our mentality and our mindset, and just worrying about writing good songs and trying to put good songs together, because we just believe that no matter what, good songs can't lie. And we're just trying to focus on that, and we're getting to do that at home right now. So
That's
that's
kind of the root of it,
Yeah.
I mean, you can go play all the time, but that kind of takes away time from other things, and other things are important.
In some bands, it works out for like that.
Yeah, it does. But the thing is, we're kind of in a new day and age. It's COVID. We're in a pandemic. We don't have to go play to the 6 states that's open and get paid not nearly what we would normally make. We can sit at
Because
home
they're at a
and
quarter
write.
capacity.
Yeah, but we can sit at home and write really, really good songs and wait for as soon as we can go, because we will go for sure.
Yeah.
We're just waiting on it, Kind of just, we have other things that are keeping us busy in the meantime. Keeping spirits up, keeps morale up, keeps us on our toes. So we got a lot of cool things going on right now.
Oh, that's good.
We're just, I don't want to give it away too much, because some of it is time consuming, but we have a lot of different things kind of in motion.
Yeah,
right
we're
now.
not moving backwards.
By no means.
Oh,
By
that's
no means.
good. That's very exciting.
It is. We are too. Like, even we don't know when we're going to get to play full time again. And I think if you'd asked any of us, I think I can speak for me. I'm happier now than I've ever been with our band.
Yeah.
Because there's just everybody's on the same page, and there's just this kind of overwhelming, like you can't ignore it. Just kind of this feeling that that everybody's like there, and we're just we're clicking. Everybody's locked in, dialed in. It's hard to get multiple people on the same page sometimes.
That's why that's why bands don't work out, and that's why a lot of bands have been tried and tested through this thing, because I don't know, we've seen it happen to a lot of our closest friends.
Mm-hmm.
When this whole shitstorm happened, it was like, I remember us being in this garage about to start practicing. We were like, well, they're about to shut everything down, man. Well, surely to God, it only lasts a month, right? We won't have to cancel those shows. We got shows all year.
Yeah.
I mean, we had a whole year just jam packed. It's going to be the busiest year we ever had. And we were like, yeah, maybe 2 months at most, because nobody knew.
Yeah, I
And
remember
then,
that.
bam. And
Here
I
a year
literally
later.
watched it. Yeah, I watched it psychologically break down a lot of musicians. And I think that's, why right now we feel better than we've ever felt as a band, because all of us we've just, stuck our head down and just tried to plow through it, at least, not without some cuts and bruises along the way, but
a lot of growing pains, but
it's been nothing but positive for us.
Yeah.
And it's been negative in the most positive way, I guess you could say.
Yeah, at least there's like a silver lining to the bad experience.
Because we'd already had a
pandemic.
rough year before COVID. Like we'd had like this crazy stuff happen to us, where you you question, well, what are we going to do, and are we going to do anything? Are we going to be able to do anything? Because it feels like we're running out of rope here. But then COVID happened, and it really felt like that, because that was right on the edge of it. But luckily,
we had every excuse in the world whenever COVID hit to stop.
Yeah.
And we had every excuse in the world to do something else. And for some reason, there's 2 here. We're missing a guy, Crowder. But for some reason, the 3 of us was like, no, this is, for whatever reason at this point in time, this is what we need to do. This feels right,
Yeah.
And it still feels right.
And the EP was what I think as a whole kind of gave us that clarity when we heard it. At least we all heard the rough tracking mixes together, and I think that's really what, simultaneously, without having to say anything about it, I could feel everybody hearing that and knowing we can't just give up, because if this is what we're writing in 4 days on a deadline that we heard about the wrong time and just have to go do the studio, we can definitely put our heads together and come up with cooler stuff than this. But, you know, then we hear the tracking mix and it's just, there's something here. It's a little different than what we've done before, but we'll be okay. So yeah, it's been great.
That's good. Yeah, I think it's been a period of reflection for a lot of people and just kind of refinding the passion, you know, kind of
Mhm.
taking a step
That's
back
so
and like,
it.
you know.
You
So
have
yeah,
to.
I'm really,
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh no, I'm just saying, was gonna say, I really like what you guys came up with those 4 songs.
Thank you.
That
Thank you.
means the world, dude. Thank you.
Yeah.
For real.
I mean, if you really only knew, I think what we went through together to get those 4 songs, or for you to be able to listen to those 4 songs, it's really nice. Thank you.
Oh, my pleasure. Yeah, I can't wait to see, you know, what else you guys come up with. And I
Hey,
really love the music
it's-
video too.
You seen the
Thank
music
you.
video?
Yes.
Yeah.
That's super dope.
That was such a fun time as well. I mean, really, that come together. There were certain moments
Oh my God.
of this project that were kind of unexplainable, just how well they fit together and how kind of, so at certain points of times things just unexplainably kind of fell into place. You know what I mean? Which I'm a believer that if you're on the right track, things just, if you're where you're supposed to be, unexplainable things happen. You know what I'm saying? And you see that validation.
Yeah.
You might not.
Especially if you got it right here, that's,
Yeah.
you know.
And so there was a lot of those little moments throughout this project, and the music video was one of them. That came together so good.
From idea, or even just speaking of the word music video, and then concept to finalizing it, it's a wrap.
It was only
What was
like
that?
a week,
Maybe
4 days, 5 days.
Yeah.
It wasn't long.
I found out we were doing a music video on the night that we were going to do test shots.
Yeah.
And apparently Brandon, the guy from the fella from 254 Productions who shot the music video, he had talked to Crowder and you too, right?
That's what they say.
They say he was there. I don't know. He doesn't know. They're like, yeah, let's do a music video. And then Crowder's like, oh yeah, we got to do a music video, and I'm doing test shots tonight if you want to come with me. I'm like, what?
Yeah, I think we went and shot it the next day.
We went and shot the music video the next day, and then 2 days later, we shot the red scene, the bridge scene in one day, and then we shot the performance
everything else.
part. Yeah. The next day, and then it was So 2
You're kind of
days of shooting.
spontaneous.
So last minute.
Mhm.
Yeah, and that's what everything has been for us, and it's just worked.
But we're those kind of people though too. Honestly, I think we're very much on the fly,
Yeah,
spontaneous
with the flow.
type of people.
we can't put too much. Oh yeah, we can't put too much thought into anything,
Mm-hmm.
as you can tell from our accents. You know, we just kind of roll with it.
Accents.
Do what?
I was playing around. I was like, what accents?
Oh yeah, exactly.
That's the Western
They're not
Kentucky accent.
It's funny that you said that because we actually live on Western Kentucky University's campus.
Yeah,
Oh,
and it's probably more Southern Kentucky accent.
Yeah.
Hmm.
That's definitely Southern.
It's probably more Middle Tennessee accent. I don't know.
I've never
It's
actually
crazy.
been to Kentucky, I don't think.
I
What?
mean, see, it's like he's from this spot. He's probably an hour and a half, 2 hours from here, and then east, and then I'm the same distance, almost to the mile west.
Yeah,
And the way that they talk is completely different. Completely different.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Everybody sounds ignorant,
yeah,
equally ignorant,
equally
but-
ignorant.
but it is completely different. It's weird. A small state like Kentucky, there's that much.
Yeah, it's
different.
crazy to think.
Yeah, and around here, like Western Kentucky University is the biggest deal, obviously, but it's such a melting pot of people.
Mhm.
And I still have trouble, even right here in Kentucky, with people around here, like, I don't know, understanding what the hell I'm trying to say, I guess.
Seems like it's kind of like the Switzerland of the US, because, Switzerland, they have 3 different official languages.
Yeah.
French, German,
Yeah.
Italian.
It's kind of like that.
Wow.
I think Kentucky and Tennessee should be its own state for some reason. And I guess because I live, like, my hometown's like 10 minutes away from the Tennessee line. I don't know. I just think it's the same damn thing. I don't
Hmm.
just like, make it one state. Just
I'll
get
have
it
to,
over.
I guess I'll have to visit Kentucky to kind of understand it.
There is more cashiers at Walmart working than there is teeth in heads in the state of Kentucky and Tennessee.
Oh my goodness.
Now think about that.
But think about that, right?
How many lanes are open? And how many cashiers are there? You know what I mean?
It's just like a Kentucky joke, or like a
Yeah.
well-known joke.
No,
No.
he just comes up
No.
with this shit.
Oh, okay.
It's not a very good joke. Thank you for laughing, though.
We're gonna have our own state hating it.
Well, I don't want to keep you guys from your food, because I know mashed potatoes and ham is
Oh, you're A-okay.
to die for.
It
But,
really is to die for.
But I really appreciate chatting with you guys, and I can't wait for you guys to go on tour. And I'll see if I
Yes,
can make it to Nashville for April 30th.
Please.
Well, if you're able to, let us know so we can accommodate you any way that we can. And we appreciate you
Absolutely.
so much.
Let's stay in touch, though, man. Thank you
Yeah,
so much. For real.
absolutely. Yeah, I would love that. Well, thanks again, guys.
Yeah. You're the best. We
Thank you
appreciate
so
you.